Have you ever like got really drunk and tried to do anything fitnessy?
No, it's way better. I'd way rather be like hammered.
You feel like a fucking superhero.
Yeah, you can go all day.
When you're
You
really
think you
drunk,
can, but you find out later that you ran for like literally 30 seconds and then you got distracted and did something else.
Like I've been thinking for like a half an hour, and then like you've been only half a mile.
One time we were on a booze cruise in Hawaii, and I was annihilated as hammer drunk, and it was like 5:30 in the afternoon because that's when the booze cruises are, and it's like 2 hours of just straight drinking on this ship. It's not a ship, it's a boat. But yeah, it's
Party
like
barge?
a little party. Not really. It was like Waterworld.
Yeah.
It was like a boat like that.
what?
Oh, really?
Yeah, it had like a fucking net in the middle that you could sit on, and then like two like pontoon things on the side, and
cool.
then like a little deck with like chairs and shit. But it's just like 30 people on there, and you go out like a mile, and then they just kind of drop anchor and then just serve you drinks nonstop until it's over.
That is awesome.
And it's like $30. And they have like this.
And then
really,
you don't have to pay for drinks. You just
no, it's all
just
all the alcohol's included with that $30.
Hell yeah!
And they serve like
Sounds
this,
like a challenge.
like this super bomb like Spodie. What is it? Jungle Juice in some places, Spodie here, and it was like there's no alcohol in here, and like you on the way out, none of the people in the ship or the boat are like your friends, so everyone's like kind of quiet and like sticking to like their friend group.
By the end of it,
everyone's like, "Where are you going tonight? What's your number?" All right. Oh, dude, this guy's my fucking guy, right? But anyways, one of the guys on the boat was not my guy, and we got off the thing, and he was like kind of talking a little bit of shit to our friend group or whatever, and me just being me, I was like not gonna have it, and he had like a drink in his hand. And I like smack it out of his hand and just go fucking nerd. And I literally just took off running for no reason, like he was gonna chase me.
You're on the boat?
No.
Oh.
After we got off.
Like, what are you gonna run in a circle?
No, after we got off, and I took off running down the beach and like thought he was chasing me, and I was like, I'm the fastest man alive. I'm running so fast right now. And then I got to the end, and then my friends were like, dude, what the fuck? And I was like, dude, that guy was going to get us. It's like he just looked down at the cup and was like, can I get another one? And didn't even come at all.
You said you used to drink like in your Camelback in the Army, right?
Yeah, on runs sometimes when we were feeling a little bit like, fuck this run. Because, so like battalion runs and stuff like that are at like notoriously slow pace, and there's like 1 million people in it. So you'll run at like an 11-minute mile pace for like 4 miles.
Oh, jeez.
And then like after the run, you're like released until like 10:30, and then you have lunch at like 12. So we knew that it was gonna be like a lot of bullshit after that for the rest of the day. So we'd put like a pint of vodka, and then 1 Gatorade, and then 1 Red Bull in there, and we would just be drinking off of that, and everyone had their Camelbacks full of water, and we'd just be sitting there just getting fucking drunk. Just in formation. I know.
Yeah, but you wouldn't get tired though, would you?
No, we wouldn't have got tired anyway.
Well, yeah, I know, but I mean, like, you feel like you can run for days. I've had some of my best workouts when I was like hungover.
Yeah.
It's like weird.
I don't know about hungover. I didn't really get hungover then. I was like a lot younger, and like I don't know if my body just like recovered like a monster, but like I don't know. I don't know
why that is that you get.
I never really went
when you get older.
I never really went to sleep after I drank. So like we would go out to like 4 a.m, and we'd always have like work at like 6:30. So by the time we got through Hawaiian traffic all the way back up to the North Shore, it would be like almost time for PT. So we would just go up and get changed and then go to PT. So that's still like true to this day. Like if I drink and then I just go function,
Yeah.
it just like fizzles out, and then I just go from being drunk to sober and then being thirsty.
Yeah. Or like if I stop drinking for a while and I just stay up for till I'm like coming back down and then go to sleep, and then I'm okay in the morning. But if I'm like still wasted and then I just go to sleep, then I wake up with the worst hangover just every time.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the difference is. Like,
I don't know.
what causes that. Like, you can't recover when you're sleeping?
I don't know. Is there like a scientific study?
I know. Why are we not studying this? I figured this would be top.
Because we're not doctors.
Okay.
Main reason. No one would watch or listen or read.
I think they would.
Just a bunch of anecdotal
Study
evidence.
a bunch of college students and then like people in their 40s and 50s. Why do they get...
Did a scientific study this weekend. No, you didn't. Well, we used the scientific method to determine what would happen if we got drunk and tried to do fitness. That's not science.
I
Felt
feel
sciencey.
it is. I think it's something people would actually care about.
Felt pretty sciencey. But a lot of that is the reason... A lot of the like the army stuff, the reason why I know I can do all this stuff, that's like the whole reason why I got into fitness. Not so I could drink and like do stuff,
Well,
but
obviously.
but like the whole army thing, that's the reason why I got fit. You know, before the army, you guys know, but not a whole lot of people know because I was in like a hole in the ground during this
fatty.
time. I was super fat.
Just say
and
fatty.
what's worse about that is I was much fatter before you guys knew me.
Oh, and then you slimmed down.
And then I slimmed down like quite a bit in that year because that's when I was like going to the gym and doing P90X and all kinds of like weird shit that I thought was going to work. Yeah, because like I grew up lifting weights, but it was always like a football coach that would hand you a paper and say, do this today. You know, and then when you get kind of on your own, you're like, what works? And then...
Right, you do it because he told you to, not because you want to actually...
Or not even that, just did it because... I don't know any better, and he told me to, you know? And a lot of the workouts and stuff that we did, the more that I know, the more I can see, like, the benefits in some of it, but a lot of the stuff, I'm like, why the fuck were we doing that?
Yeah, they don't teach you actually why or what this is actually benefiting for you.
Well, like even in college, the college football program had no deadlifts in it, and then when we do test day, we do deadlifts.
That makes no sense.
None, right?
At all.
And they would write that down as, like, an actual like marker of like your progress and strength, but like none of us knew how to deadlift, so it would just be like, I guess I could probably do 405, and we just bend down and we're like, how do we do it? And they're like, you just pick it up and stand up.
And the gym teachers wouldn't like help you?
It wasn't a gym teacher, it was like legit like strength and conditioning coaches for a college football program, and it was just like, you guys do power cleans every day, so you're fine.
What the hell?
Right. I'm sure it was just because I was in a super small like college program that like, I mean, I'm sure at Alabama it's a little bit better, you know.
Sure it is.
But you know, once you get out of that realm where it's really structured, it's like I'm just looking online for like a bunch of bro science and trying to figure it out.
Yeah, after you graduate,
right?
All that stuff.
So, yeah, after the army this is all before the army, and in the army I had like a professor. Who was like...
Everybody's got that professor.
Right. He was like, we're going to work out every fucking day. And he was in like really good shape.
Yeah, you were telling me about him. He gets like 4 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
Something like that a night.
No, that wasn't even my professor. That was just our medic. He was just a monster. He was like 160 pounds, but he was super fucking strong. Yeah. And he just could not be crushed. Like, you could not smoke Doc. It just didn't happen. He used to do his 2 mile with his aid bag on in case people on the run would like fall out. But he would still get like 12-minute 2 miles. And this aid bag is like 30, 40 pounds full of medical equipment.
Just an animal.
Yeah. But this other guy, Bruce, he's a drill sergeant now. He was like our professor. He was like, you need to bench. You need to be doing low reps and high weight. You know, this is how you get stronger. You need to be cycling between bulking and cutting and all this stuff. And it was all like new shit that we'd never heard. So we were like, you are probably the smartest person I've ever met. You know?
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Whatever he says is just, he's confident in it. So it just makes sense.
But I got super fucking strong, like stronger than I've ever been, even in college, working out with him.
Do you think that was because of what you were doing, or just because you hit like another, like into adulthood where
No, I don't think it's an adulthood thing. I think it was more like I was fairly strong naturally, and then I was just a newbie. So if you're already pretty strong and then you hit newbie gains, you get really strong, you know? I'm just like genetically gifted with strength, I think. Like I could not work out for a year and go and, you know, I could not work out for a year and go in and still be pretty strong. But like I never lifted weights thinking like I'm about to get really fit for girls, which is why most people do.
No, that's what I did.
Yeah.
And it was like, so like my backstory of lifting or whatever was like my dad wouldn't ever let me lift anything. We had weights and stuff in our garage, and he's like, no, it'll stunt your growth or whatever, or mess up your joints or
complete bullshit.
Yeah, it's been proven.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it might be proven, but I'm fucked up anyways. Even though I haven't.
Well, no, I mean it's proven.
No, it's been proven that that's not true.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay. But like at the time, we don't have YouTube and all this. Like science has just progressed so much better than when I was a young kid. But like, he wouldn't let me touch the weights, and I was like, I wanted to because like in high school, it's like I grew up in the time where everybody's kind of like everybody's athletic, everybody's playing sports, everybody's doing these like football, wrestling, basketball. And I didn't do anything, and so I'm just like this scrawny little. I think I weighed like 160 in high school. And
fucking came out of the womb at 160.
Yeah, you know, and so I was like, I want to lift weights, and my dad was all into Arnold and all this stuff, and he had these books and stuff, and my dad had some muscle on him.
Was your dad pretty jacked?
Yeah, and
my dad was
he'd worked
strangely
out,
too.
He'd work out in the mornings before, like at like 3 o'clock in the morning too. Yeah, but like, and he was pretty jacked, but like, he wouldn't let me work out. He was just, even though I was like 17 years old, and then I finally just started doing it after work because he was still at work. Mm-hmm. So I just started using the stuff, and I didn't know what I was doing. I would just like guess, okay, maybe I'll squat or whatever we learned in weight training class.
Yeah,
and then I had this mindset. I just developed this mindset of that the strongest, fittest, whatever, in the animal kingdom, the big lion gets the lionesses and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. Like that just, I don't know what it was that triggered that, but that just got ingrained and stuck in my head. So then I was like, hey, if I want to get girls, I need to do this. Because at that point, I've never had a girlfriend, never had any interest or sign of interest. I was socially awkward. Mm-hmm. So I just go to the gym or just go downstairs and work out. And then I finally moved out and then got a gym membership finally at like 19 years old or whatever. And I just do stuff. I didn't even know what I was doing. And
did you ever
it helped, but like I ended up finally getting a girlfriend at like 18 finally.
And you're like, this, I told you.
Yeah, I told you it worked. And then, it just progressed. But like, it's still that whole like mindset just stuck with me. I can't get rid of it. Mm-hmm. And it turns out that like, as I get older or whatever, and actually try to get rid of my social awkwardness, that has nothing to do with like getting girls or anything like that. Like, it doesn't matter. It's all like personality and like doing good for yourself and all these different types of factors that come into play. Nobody gives a shit if you're in shape or whatever. Though. I mean, it's like a peacock theory.
I don't think that's true. I do think that there are good-looking ladies that only look at that first, and then if you have a personality,
you want to be with for a long term,
right? Well, I mean, it depends. If you're super vain and you want a person who's super vain, and you guys can just be vain and run the world that way, I think that's probably a good match.
But yeah, like like for me, like I've had just about every hobby there is practically. Like, I rode dirt bikes when I was a kid or whatever. I still have one, but like, I don't do it as often as I want to. Then I did jiu-jitsu for a while or whatever, MMA, and loved the hell out of that. But my body doesn't let me do it anymore. I can't bend like that. My knee only bends to 90 degrees now, so I can't do any wrestling. So then I worked out this entire time, and then I bowl, and then I don't know. I love playing video games. So I don't get much time to do that either. But I'm not that I'm complaining. I'm not complaining. Yeah. I'm just saying, like, things come up or whatever. But like,
you have a child.
So. I know, but like, I'm just saying, like, I've had just about every hobby there is, but working out has like never gone away.
Yeah,
or it's like the one thing that I can like go do and like push myself or get out any kind of aggression. I don't think there's any negative side effects to working out. There's just positives. The only negative side effect is effort. Other than that, it's like there's no downside. Diseases or illnesses. Even when I'm sick, I'll go work out and I feel better the next day or even the same day. I have noticed that too,
Darren. Have you ever noticed like when you have like a little common cold deal and you like go and do something where your like heart rate gets up and then you get done and you're like, I feel like better right now, and then you go home and sit down and you're like, oh fuck, I'm sick. Yeah, for sure.
No, I've only been sick twice ever.
So he's immune to everything.
Okay,
including
I hide in this hole most of my life.
Good talk. Thanks for expanding on that.
Yeah, I'm here.
Well, like, so you do fitnessy shit too.
I used to.
Yeah.
I mean,
but like you had a motivation for it.
Yeah.
And
well, my first the first time I really got into fitness was because of Garrett, and he moved into my house. God, how long ago was this? Like 7 years or something?
Yeah,
Before you met
longer
Allison?
than that. It was like 8
years
9.
probably.
Before, well, you had known
met up.
Allison, but before
Right.
you were like with
So
her.
We've been
Oh,
together
yeah,
for
yeah.
7
The
years.
first time when he recontacted her was at the gym.
That's where I met her.
Yeah. Well, not when you first met her, but
Wait, what gym? Law Fitness.
Law
Yeah.
Fitness, yeah.
because you knew her previously from
Yeah, I
school
went to
or
school
whatever.
with her.
Yeah.
But like
But then we ran into her at the gym,
ran into her at the gym or whatever.
and then I lost you.
And then it was just fuck Darren, fuck this house, fuck fitness goals.
no, but Darren did good and stuff, except his shoulders were kind of weak.
Yeah,
and
we
whatnot.
worked out for like a year straight, and it was every day we carpooled together, and I got up to like 205, I think.
Yeah, you gained some.
And
size.
then
It's
I
like 20
lost.
pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I started at
killing
like
it.
175.
It's like
So I
30
got
pounds.
yeah,
See
Yeah,
how
he was
quick I
killing
did
it.
that math.
yeah, got pretty big, and then I lost it all in a month because he moved out, and I just became a piece of shit again.
Sorry, man.
You fucking excuse
Yeah.
having ass.
I'm blaming it all on Garrett.
Yeah.
No, but I tried getting back in shape multiple times, but my shoulders just torn up.
The one thing I regret though is just not having someone who actually knew what they were doing. I hope I can, if my son likes to do that stuff, that I can pass that on to him. But like I really actually finally got on a structured program when you came back and we started doing our thing. And it turns out like what I was doing with Darren and everybody, like the 5 other workout partners I had that came and went that didn't stick with it. Like I had no idea what I was doing, and I was making them
Yeah.
do stuff, and they got probably newbie gains and,
Yeah.
and felt like I knew what I was doing, but it turns out I didn't know jack shit. And now I'm 31 and finally figuring out how to actually work out and pay attention to what I need to do and stuff, and it's worked so much better. Like I hit numbers that I never thought I would hit again,
Yeah.
and stuff just super quick within a year.
Yeah,
I think that the more you learn about that shit, the more you learn about fitness and how your body builds muscle and gets lean, and how you move, like your whole kinetic chain. The more you learn, the more you realize you've been full of shit this whole time.
Right, or just the more you feel better about yourself, like you're able to see those changes and
Well,
see
yeah, for
and-
sure.
and all
But
that
I just
stuff.
mean,
It
like
it happens a lot faster than if you didn't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
That's what, you know what I mean. So like lately, I've felt so much better about myself because my numbers are actually going up, and I'm actually tracking that stuff, and I wasn't before.
Yeah.
I was just going there and doing the same thing and putting the same amount of weight on there. Like who knows where I would be if I started that way when I was working out with Darren. Like like where I would be now would be like.
I remember
way
when we
ahead.
first started working out, we went there and we went to go do bench, and you put like 205 on there, and you're like, I probably won't go higher than that. And the first time, like, you did it, like the bar speed was super fast, and like it didn't look all that effortful. But like by the end of the reps that we were doing, like you got tired,
Right.
and I was like, you need to be doing more fucking weight, and you're like, nah.
Well, yeah, because it was all
know?
like everybody has that idea sets of 10 or
Yeah.
and you're just like
We're doing 3 sets of 10 at 205 today.
right. It's like
Cool. Well, I
Okay.
might as well not even do shit today.
Well, if anyone doesn't know, you're not going to gain anything doing that.
Yeah,
You know?
well, you're gonna get some endurance, and you'll be really good at lifting that weight.
Yeah, that weight, and you won't go up. And then like today, I did my last set was at 315 for 2. Like when we started that, it wasn't there. I was not touching that when we
Yeah.
were doing our maxes when we first started working out. It was
Yours was like
I can't remember what I think it was like 45, 245, 265,
265,
something
I
like
think.
that,
I think you were 265 and I was 275, and then you jumped me
or something like that, maybe. But it
because
but
I
still.
remember like looking down and being like, oh, he's gonna be stronger than me soon.
Well, still, it was just like in that amount of time, how much weight has been now? Like that's my set of 2. Like what's my max now? I don't know, but that's next week.
Mhm.
But still, like
You're about to be on your 4 sets of 10 at 245.
yeah, or 225.
Is it?
Yeah, and yeah, forget that. That's like combine shit.
Yeah, that's pretty strong.
But I don't know. I'm just saying, like, I wish I knew earlier for
Yeah.
sure. And like, but no, I can't. I'm just saying for everybody else, like the fact that people don't work out is mind-boggling to me. Not, and I'm not downplaying. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. But
I don't work
like,
out.
it just makes you everything better. It just you feel better. You feel better about yourself. Like I think it's crazy to me, where, I mean, I don't take my shirt off or anything, but
You're doing it
because
at work.
I'm self-centered
Keep
or
lifting
not
up your shirt at
self-centered,
work.
but
So weird.
self-conscious
Keep
or whatever.
showing us your abs at work.
But like, but like,
so you're a liar.
who wouldn't want to just go to the beach and not worry about it? Like,
Yeah.
why do you want to?
There's that, like, really
think
vague-
about always having to cover up all the time. Like, why not just like think of how good you would feel? You're just like, here I am, motherfuckers. Look at this. You wish you know.
I think that there's that really vain like feeling too, where it's like you can almost feel bad about like saying that, but it's true. But the other effects that are crazy that you don't realize is you sleep so much fucking better. You wake up and you have way more energy than you ever did before. Like,
yeah, and
like
then,
every part of your day is much better once you start losing fat and building muscle.
It also
some people have-
motivates
It's
you.
insane.
It motivates you to do more around the house too.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I'm way more motivated
For
to clean
sure.
the house.
I'm a huge advocate of like standards of your life. What do you expect out of yourself, or what do you expect what do you think you deserve out of your day?
Yeah.
Like, what do you think you deserve from other people? That's what you're going to get. So if you hold yourself to a standard that I need to work out every day, I need to take care of myself, I want to look good, then like everything else you do, you hold yourself accountable. It makes like, I'm cleaning up my body, and I'm going to clean the kitchen. I'm going to clean my bedroom. I'm going to clean, and then you find these little, like, you just build from there. Like I heard this one quote that like is killer. Is like, if you can't clean the house right, how can you be expected to run a Fortune 500 company right? And that just holds true with your life in general. Like, if you can't, take care of your body or whatever, or your house, like, how do you expect to get any higher than that? You're just going to live in a shithole your whole life, and that's who you're going to be, because that's what you expect out of yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, that's fair. I think that the problem is, and this is just me thinking and not really talking to people. I think that once you get to a certain level, it becomes like really hard for you to see the light at the end of the tunnel, because if you tell somebody, I need you to eat this for 30 days, after like day 4, they're like, holy shit, I still have 26 whole days of being hungry. And they don't realize that, after 14 days, your body's like, this is all the food I need. I don't feel hungry afterwards, And so like what I tell people is, don't cheat on this diet for 2 weeks. And if you meet all of your goals and hit all your numbers for 2 weeks, then you'll be rewarded with a cheat day. You're a cheat meal, right? And then they start living for that cheat meal. And they notice after, the first week is really hard. And then the second week, when I talk to them, they go, oh, it wasn't that bad. Like, this week wasn't that bad. The first week was really shitty. And then I go, okay, you can eat, this many calories during this meal, do your thing and save up all your macros for the whole day for that one cheat meal.
mm-hmm.
And then the next day, when I tell them that we're going to go on a little bit of a more deficit on just that day to make up for it, they don't have a problem with it. They're like, okay, cool. And then by the end of that 30 days, they're like, yeah, I guess I'll do a cheat meal if we go out to eat or whatever, but otherwise I don't really need one.
Yeah.
And they don't see the light at the end of the tunnel, because if you look at somebody and you say, look, you weigh 300 pounds. If you want to get to your goals right now, it's going to take like a year and a half. And then they go, fuck that.
Yeah.
A year and a half is a long time. Fuck that.
Well,
right?
yeah, it depends on how you look at it in that way. Because like I've been cutting for a while, and like I ended up having to do it like per break time. Like when I get to break, you can eat this little bit of something or whatever. Or when you get to lunch, take a nap so you don't eat, and save your calories for dinner time, because you're going to eat at dinner. And I eat a lot of food, so it's like it was really hard at first to get. So it's just like thinking by the hour. I was like, and I had to shoot for the day, not shoot for like, okay, 9 weeks out, I'm going to be this % body fat. I couldn't think of that. It had to be like 2-hour increments or landmarks during the day.
Right.
You made it. Okay, now you can eat this little thing or whatever. I couldn't think that far ahead. It was just torture.
I used to think like, okay, all I have to do is eat right now and then not eat when I go home. So
Yeah.
like I
That's
would go
so
home.
hard for me.
I would go home and I would shower and I'd get my
No
bag
way.
ready. This is all like during the Army. When I came back from deployment, I did like a decent amount of drinking and like eating and doing whatever the fuck I wanted for a while. And I got like pretty heavy. And then I was like, I'm done being heavy. And I was like, in the next 2 months, I'm going to get back to where I was. And once again, didn't know anything. I knew I have a really good like mind muscle connection. So I knew like if I'm trying to work this, I would just like do exercises until I felt that muscle contract. And then I'd be like, okay, I could do that for this. Right. But I would go to the gym and I would do like a whole bunch of shit. And I would do like cardio because you need to when you're in the Army. So it wasn't like whatever. If I killed gains, that's not what I was looking for. I wanted to be lean. And after all of that, I would go to bed when I came home after getting my stuff ready for the next day and all that. And then I would wake up and every single morning I would go, good job not fucking eating, dude. Like I would like be so stoked that I didn't do it. like literally out loud to nobody. And then after like the first month of doing that, then like I woke up and I would go to the gym and like I only had to sleep for like 5 or 6 hours and I felt like so replenished and I felt like, you know, well rested and I'm about to go take on the fucking day. And I would wake up and go to the gym and then I'll have a protein drink on the way back from the gym and like literally hadn't eaten since like 5 o'clock the day prior. And it's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And I was just like, didn't even notice. Like it wasn't even, but I'm not saying that because that's the way you should do it. Everyone has like their own like needs when it comes to being satiated. But I think that once you get to a certain point and your body's able to burn fat instead of burning carbs, and I think when you get to a point where like food doesn't control you anymore and it's just like a thing that you do, like taking a shit. Mm-hmm. Like taking a shit doesn't control you unless you fucking have diarrhea all the time, right?
Yeah.
So like when food becomes like just a bodily function that you need, that's when you become like the most free to do shit and your body feels so much better.
Yeah, instead of looking forward to the next meal or snacking or something. Or sugar's huge.
But
you don't eat candy and stuff.
I don't though. I
know, but like I'm just saying, like if you don't, it makes a huge difference. Or anything like really sugary, it just kills you. To me, unless it's fruit or whatever.
The interesting thing is like this is our struggle, but on the other side of the spectrum is Darren's struggle, and I don't want that problem at all.
I would love to have that problem.
No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. I promise you wouldn't.
I wouldn't want the bill, but
no, because he doesn't spend more money on food than you do.
He's
just smarter,
wiser.
Okay.
But
like you need like how many, like 5,000 calories a day?
If I were bulking, yeah, 4,500.
If you needed to gain up like 2 pounds a week,
that's for a pound a week.
4,500 calories
for a pound a week.
That's a fucking lot of food, dude.
I eat 3,300 when I'm just maintaining.
Yeah.
I would love that problem, just not the bill.
What's crazy is like you pack your food every day, like for work.
Yeah.
And you're always eating, and you're always the same.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
I feel bad for him because like
what break have you seen him not eating food?
He'll work his ass off, but he won't put it on, and it's just. Or if he does, it's very little because he's so long.
Yeah.
Like your bicep, like the different. Well, I know, in many ways. But like when your bicep is that long and stretched out, like you're not gonna get a peak on it compared to someone who's short. Their biceps shrunk up and small. They're just gonna have this awesome peak to it.
Darren's move is he has to get like the boulder shoulders,
right,
and then be lean,
super lean,
and like his bicep will look much bigger if his shoulders are bigger.
And a fat neck.
You ain't gonna get
rid of that neck. You're not gonna get rid of that neck.
No, you're fucking looking like Littlefoot over there.
Yeah. All right.
But like that's a problem I don't want because like when I cut, my calories are at like 2146 somewhere around there, and like at the end of that, and I'm like, I'm gonna do a clean bulk, but I'm not because it's Seahawks season then, and I'm fucking watching football and drinking beer and pizza for sure. But I'll like look at like the bulking numbers because I have like a spreadsheet that like once I get to this point of the cycle, then it starts to bulk, and then I have the numbers automatically adjust. It's like dude, how the fuck am I gonna eat 3,400 calories today
Yeah.
and try to do it like clean? It's like, because if you're trying to fit everything in and keeping your fats down and your carbs, you know, at the level they're supposed to be, it's just
all day.
you're just like, no, that doesn't work. No, that doesn't work. Oh, maybe
Putting
if I
a
do
puzzle together.
half of this and then a half a pair.
It's
You
kind
know-
of funny that we all have different body types. Like you're stocky
Yeah.
and short, and then I'm like whatever that ecto or whatever the hell it is. I don't know what it is. I don't know the names.
Yeah.
And then Darren's super tall and lean. And it's like, so we can't help each other.
I know. You know what I do? Yeah, you're full of shit.
Yeah.
If I ate that, I would fucking be jiggling for 8 months. Like, fuck out of here.
I'm on the eat whatever you want diet.
Seafood
Yeah.
diet.
Seafood
need it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tight.
I was 9% this morning. I got it checked again.
How'd you get it checked today?
I went to the gym after work.
What do you mean
You said this
man?
morning.
Oh, well, sorry. I said,
Yeah.
I thought I meant today after work.
You did? Cool.
Yeah, this was 9. I think I want to be like
4 more to go.
8 or 7. I don't want to be 4%. That's.
No, 4 more.
I already
percent,
feel like
that'd
I'm
be
wasting
5%.
away. I was 195,
Math.
Math.
so I got like 9 more pounds to lose. I think. Then I should be done.
And then,
and
you're
then
just
summer
gonna
would be over.
Then straight
Yeah.
maintain mode.
Then straight,
Just in time for
probably
winter.
bulk again in winter. Winter is coming.
Just Seahawks season clean bulk, huh?
I just want. We should make a video of just like enemies to the north, and it's like a pizza, and enemies to the south. Subway.
It'd be interesting to see, like, if you took a picture every single day during your bulk
Those.
and just watch, like, what happens when you bulk.
Just
He would stop
setting.
after
I'd
a
probably
week.
stop. Yeah, I'd be like, "Where's my
100%.
abs?"
He would stop.
Yeah.
I probably would.
Yeah. That's the problem, is you're never going to get, like, crazy strong, because as soon as you start building any fat
Yeah.
on top of your muscles,
No, go away.
you're like, anyways, I'm going back to cutting. You're
Yeah.
like, it's been a week.
It's been like
It's been a week.
2-week cut
Yeah.
or 2-week bulk.
You're like,
That's
I can't do it. I can't do it.
Can't do it. Beach season is like 6 months away, dude.
Yeah. That would be like an interesting, like, side thing for this, is if we did like a full on, like, every single day
Fitness vlog.
Yeah. Not even a vlog, because we tried, and it's fucking hard to make
You guys
that
tried.
many.
I didn't try.
Yeah. Well, I'm talking to Darren. Not you.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's hard to, like, do a video every single day with all the other shit that we do.
Yeah. Unless you
And then
don't have a
edit
job.
Well, you just make like little clips or whatever, right?
Yeah.
we could do it every day if we made 5-minute videos.
Yeah. We probably could.
If it was just based around fitness and
But
not your life.
But that 5-minute video would take me like 2 hours to edit.
Yeah. For the first couple weeks, and then you get used to it.
Yeah, you get the hang of it.
Yeah.
If you're making a simple edit, it would probably only take 20, 30 minutes
Yeah.
once you got the hang of it.
We could just do like documentary style, and then just have a whole bunch of like little clips, and then make it only last an hour.
Yeah.
That'd be tight. There's a guy who did one. It's not on YouTube anymore. It used to be on YouTube, and then he found out that people liked it, so then he started selling it like a fucking tool, and then he got fat again, and then now he's doing it again, and he has like a website where you can pay and download his second documentary where he goes back. I'm like, fuck yourself, dude.
Fit, like fat to fit to fat.
It's kind of, it's like,
Fit to fat to
I think
fit.
it's called like I Want to Look Like the Guy in the Magazine, and it's like where he has like a professional bodybuilder is his trainer, and he literally eats everything that he told him to eat and exercises on the program that he told him to do. And like you see him do it for like 6 months, and he goes from being like 220 pounds to like 150 something, and then doing a bodybuilding show in like the 6 or like a year. But like after like 6 months, he's like really lean, and then now he's like really cutting calories, and he goes from having like 2,400 calories to where at the end he's at like 1,300, and he's like trying to get like really dry for the show, and he's like fucking miserable the whole time, but like he looks phenomenal, like.
And then he got fat again.
And then after it was all done, apparently he got fat again, because it's like he has like an ad on YouTube for like, come to this website and see my new documentary. But like if we could just do like something like that from 3 different perspectives, that'd be kind of tight.